I got a feeling that you got me covered too. I got you covered. I got you covered.
Hi, everybody. We're into day 5. Somehow I feel like the days are just whizzing on by. So, welcome to Blessed to Crochet. And hopefully, everybody is having a good day. It has been extremely snowy out there. If you haven't seen the weather out there, it is very snowy out there. So I am working on a blanket that has got to come. It has to get done. Hopefully I don't have to go all the way back there because I'm not going. I kind of pulled it out with my phone. I think I can fix it to get it. So it's a blanket that just has to get done. So are you going to work? There we go. I'm going to get it to work one way or another. So if you get a chance, you can go to the channel and see the snow we had out today. I've got the most adorable short going up of Mocha. She's doing the peppermint twist tomorrow. And I'm going to be up till this blanket gets done tonight. Last night I was up. We're participating with gifts from the home with Life in the Piedmont. And so our video will go up tomorrow, guys. It is so cute. You're going to love it. But I'm telling you, I thought the house was going to lift up last night. It was so windy. I thought for sure it was going to lift through the roof last night. So I'm crocheting. Remember, I tell everybody constantly, it just, the chat is, it's not, the magic doesn't happen in the chat or behind the camera. It happens in the chat. So that's what I tell people to remind them. I can't believe it's day 5. I'm realizing I don't want to be. I was telling Kim as we were talking, we had such a lovely conversation that I'm really going to be working on finding a way to make sure that things are better organized because I feel like they're not. I did have somebody reach out to me about the prizes for the monetization celebration. And again, I know that was a month ago almost, and I appreciate everybody's patience. My big push is to get these blankets done. They have to be ready to give to the person at church on Sunday, and they have to kind of sit because I use anyway. What is it? That glue just to tie in the ends. And so I want to make sure that, they're there. And so that has to sit. And so I've got to get these blankets done. But I said, I explained everything between the foot and then the other certain things that were going on, and then the death in our family. And she said, take as much time as you need. And I said, well, I really appreciate it. So once these blankets are done, that have to get done, then I think I can breathe a little bit and, work on getting everything out. I'll go through all the emails this weekend, get everything organized. I signed up for stamps because it's just going to be a lot easier to have everything already done. I can use my Chromebook, put in the stamp stuff. The scale is on its way. And then that way everything's done. And then we can even have my mom do it. And that way she can enter everything and, have all the packages ready to go and just take them to the post office and drop them off and be done with them. So that's going to be a lot. I think it's going to be a lot easier. It was when I used to do it with Christina, because then I could just give it to the post office or put it in our mailbox. We don't have a mailbox for that. So we do, but not one that will work. But we have a post office that's not too far, so I can do all that. So I'm going to go through, and as soon as that scale comes, everything will be all ready to go. And we will have, and for those that are members, again, it's never expected. It is always appreciated. If, for our channel members, we do have a video out for them. And we will have one that will be out on Saturday. So it's just our little way. And we'll probably do that every year. We're not planning to do a lot of members only things, but we will do that every year, and we'll do 2 every year. It's just a way of saying thank you to our channel members for their support, because with that, with that little support, it helps. And we can do things for the channel like giveaways and stuff like that, and go on, do things and go on field trips and stuff like that. So we are tremendously appreciated. And then I didn't get the Advent journal thing done yet, but when we get off here, that is the next thing I'm going to go do. I need to go get that done, and so that will be up shortly. So if you're looking for day 5 for the Advent, it will be up. We'll have that up and running. It is Thursday, right? It's trash night tonight too. So we will have that up for people that are looking for it. It will go out to the members first, and then it will go out to the public, everybody else a couple hours later. So what I did... Hi, Crocheting. How are you? What I did was I went outside today. We went outside it was like -1. Felt like -1. It's been like sitting in the 20s. And I stood out there. My phone didn't quite know what to do with it. You love the Advent videos? Yes. Well, I will be putting it together. But what I decided to do is just take, I stood out there for about 3 minutes, got a video that's snowing. So we're going to do the Advent video this day 5 with a snowy background. So it won't be the normal one, and then I'll go back to I'll upload the regular. I'll up day 6 and 7 from here, but that'd be fun. Just have a different background and because it's not about me. It's all about putting it and remembering. Hi, Crystal, Sparkle. Oh, I'm sorry you're tired, hon. I felt the same way. I had to take a nap. I was like, I cannot keep my eyes open, and I had to go take a nap. I said to my husband, give me a half an hour. Curled up on the couch with Mocha, and I had to take a nap before I could go anymore. And I think I probably could crawl into bed and go to sleep. I was really tired. Well, I got the other Vlogos. Oh, yeah. I totally get it. I totally get it. I feel like, good night. My head is just spinning. The quietest time to film, if I'm going to do something out there, is when everybody's asleep. So by the time I kind of got done with everything, it was probably about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I have to go film for the gifts from the home, because I thought my video was going to come out today, and it wasn't supposed to come out tomorrow. And I'm really kind of glad it's done, because then I can just upload it tonight and be ready. It's already done and so forth. So anyway, I got done about 3:30 in the morning. And I started noticing about 3:30 once I kind of got all done with that and I kind of settled myself down. I'm like, why am I having a mild little panic attack? There's no reason for it. The wind was just whipping. Hi, my other's keeper. How are you? Yes, I agree. Um, you know, I love, by the way, this was a Christmas gift from my other's keeper. She did a great job, and I have that hanging there. And so I'm like, why am I having I shouldn't need to have anything. I'm not having anything major happening to me right now. Well, I put it together. I thought that phone call about Patty was certainly, I'm thankful it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, but it was just hearing the voice of the relative that has chosen to not speak to us anymore. That was where it was. And once I stopped my head spinning and I kind of settled down, some of those emotions came up. That's why I said, you know, when you have something like that, don't just push it down because it's not going to serve anything. I mean, I did other things that needed to get done, but then once I stopped moving, I started thinking about it. And then my body was like, wait a minute, you needed to deal with this. And I don't know if I don't think I'm done dealing with it. I just sit there going, I have to deal with it, but I don't have to like it. Certainly don't like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. But so there's a gentleman that I literally probably fall asleep to pretty regularly, and he is Stephen Dalton. Wonderful. I love his stuff, and he's Irish storyteller. And it is so relaxing to listen to his stories. And if I'm ever having a moment where I need to just have somebody calmly talk and help me fall asleep. And before he goes into the stories, I'll see if I can pull him up. Before he goes into the stories, he goes into like relaxation, where it's like, okay, now you do this, now you do that. And I absolutely love it. And I can fall asleep. And I said, okay, not that I wanted to not process what happened or my emotions with that, but at 3:30 in the morning was not the time to do that. So I thought, okay, I'll deal with this. I'm going to realize where this is coming from, and I'm just going to calm myself. And I put on a sleep story, and I think within about 10 minutes I was asleep. Because I was tired by that point. But anyway, you will have to tune in tomorrow because, guys, it is such a cute project to do. Really cute. I'm so glad I could make it work. And it wasn't the original project I was going to do for this video. It wasn't the original one we were going to do, but once I got it, I was like, I have to do this. I have to. So, but these blankets have to get done. The problem once you get a blanket is you get it and it becomes bigger and harder to move. But I've got to get this done. So there's not much more left. I have to do the I have to do the Advent one, and then I have to upload the video for tomorrow for the gifts from home. Oh goodness! And then I'm going to be working on these things because it has to be done. But I thought, oh, come on. I'm not going to be able to be on long. But again, it's just, we're doing this. We're going to connect. I'm wrapped up because it's a little chilly. I had some hot chocolate on a stick today because it was so cold outside. And this makes me look tilted. And I can't get this to cooperate. Stay. I'm tilted. So there we go. Got the red plaid going. I'll fix it. Yeah. Well, like I said, this has got to be done because then it's got to sit for a couple days, and I have one more I got to do a border on, and then I've got some videos that have to get up, and then I'm gonna hit the hay. I've got bills that need to get paid, but that can be done tomorrow. And I've got one more members video that has to be done, but I think I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow. It can be done tomorrow. That is no problemo. And I've got to do cookie recipe. No, crochet hook, that's not what I want you to do. I've got cookie recipes that have to get done. So oh, I do what I can. I do what I can. The last cookie recipe that I had, I got to go get those done. Actually, I have to. What are your favorites out of the recipes that I've seen? I love the one Christina put up. She put that one up today because I remember the she used to love to unwrap those little kisses, you know, uh, for the peanut butter blossom cookies. And the one I'm putting up tomorrow was a recipe, and I did it specifically because it's from my mom. And I wanted it to be, and if you have a cookie recipe, you can go ahead and submit it. It's an easy form if you want to, and we will get it up on the channel. We have some. So if you've got a cookie recipe, Crystal, and you want to submit it, there's the form that you use to go ahead and submit it. And what we do is we put it on a short. You choose the song that you want to use, and then we'll go ahead we'll go ahead and tag your channel, and we will send you the PDF if you want, or the JPEG of it in red, and then all of the ones that are in green are coming directly from Blessed Crochet. So if you got a cookie recipe, send it on in. We'll be glad to take it and glad to put it up. But the recipe I'm going to do tomorrow, I chose to come from my mom's channel because my mom doesn't really have it. She doesn't put anything up on it. But well, if you've got the recipe and you want to share it, go ahead. If you've got the story behind it and you want to share it, please share it. We'll gladly take it. But there was neighbors of my grandparents, and Jane used to make these cookies every year, and we made them, I think, a couple years ago. Just make it up. And she ended up doing it, guys, and she decorated these cookies unbelievably beautifully. We could never even draw anywhere near for decorating the way she decorated these cookies. They were stunning, but they are so good. So that's the recipe I'm using for tomorrow, because I thought I'll make it from my mom, because it's not, she doesn't have any content on her channel. And I want people to understand you don't need content on your channel to submit a recipe. It's all about the connection. And we do have a private Facebook group for anybody that has submitted a recipe, because they can go in there and make those connections all year round and make those friendships and get to know people in the group. So anybody that has submitted a recipe that trying to see, that's it. Why does it look funny? Hold on a second. Oh, please. Oh, that's why. It was not. Okay. I just had to make sure I was putting the stitches where it was supposed to. Hold on a second. 3, one more loop around. There, I think that'll work. That'll work before I stop. But we wanted to make sure that everybody had the ability to submit a cookie recipe, even if they didn't have content on their channel. And so I'm going to put this in the chat. This is all the recipes we have so far. All the recipes that we have gotten, the shorts, they all have had content on their channel. So this is the cookie playlist so far. Oh, awesome. We are hoping if it doesn't happen this year, it may have to be a combination between this year and next year to be able to put all the cookie recipes in some kind of downloadable thing. And that what we wanted to do with that is make it so that it was a recipe for everybody. And then that way we could turn it in and use a little bit of the proceeds to go towards the Gary Sinise Foundation, as well as Broken Hearts Ministry, which is Gail's channel, because she does really good work and to help the homeless. So we were going to do that. Hi, Lydia. How you doing, hon? I've been thinking about you. The yarn doesn't want to cooperate. This blanket is not the easiest yarn to do because I've got 3 different pieces of yarn coming out of one row. So it's not happy. It's not happy yarn, but it's got to get done. So is everybody dealing with snow? I know we are. We got the snow out there. I had to put my snowshoes on today because I was not going to walk without them, that's for sure. No snow there? Well, we got snow here. There is snow there, and we're getting like lake effect snow on the ground. Do you not see the problem? I don't have it in the greatest position to do it, but I'm just doing it because I'm like, I have to get this done. I don't want to be up till all hours of the night doing it. I think I'm going to go have some cream of wheat in a little bit here. I don't feel like anything else. I made my cottage cheese bagels because I hadn't made them for a while. I'm like, oh. I had the cottage cheese for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No snow here. However, it was about a 7. I heard about that. It was on Spanx. It was on Spanx Live today. I hope everybody's okay. I heard about the earthquake. That's a pretty significant earthquake, too. I hope everybody is all right. I heard about that. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lydia. I know you've been going through a really hard time, and you've been in my prayers, hon. For sure. I know you've had some rough times lately. That I know. Sandy, did you feel any of it? See, it's 21 degrees, -6 Celsius. The wind is blowing at 13 miles an hour. And if you had put it in last night, boy, the house I thought was going to lift off the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I have. Not the same. I know. I know. And you have to give yourself time. And you take as much time as you need. I know you've had your knee and then you've lost somebody very dear to you. And that's all going to take time to heal. And, no, you know your own healing and you do it in your pace. You don't have to do it in anybody else's pace but your own. I was saying on Mother's Keeper night, I said, because she was saying you all have done a lot of work on our channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said, yes. And if I was working, I couldn't do it. And we couldn't do it. I have help from my mom because I couldn't do it by myself. But I could. Hi, H.E. How are you? I don't think that I could work outside the house. I really don't. I have the too hard with the, if I'm sore, I can't stand like I used to be able to stand for very long. And it all depends on my day. I never know from day to day how I'm going to feel. I can push myself sometimes, and then sometimes I just have to say, okay, stop. So the weather for, I'm so sore tonight. I don't know why. Nebraska is 25 Fahrenheit, -4 Celsius. The wind is blowing at the south-southwest at 4 miles per hour, currently at a humidity of 47%. See, we've had the lake effect snow. That's what's we've had the lake effect snow. Let me say that 3,000 times, right? And that's what's really been a factor in the past couple of days. And we've had all that snow and all the wind. I mean, I said to Josh last night, I thought, what is that noise? He said, that's just winter storm coming in. And I'm like, it sounded like a tornado. I mean, it was whipping through, and I thought, oh my goodness. And we had a chair outside that we put outside, and I actually had to go out, just out the front door and get it. I thought, just in case it decides to blow away. My Lord. So the wind was something. And my mom went with Josh to the doctor because I just said I just had too many projects in the fire. And I had to rest this afternoon. I was too tired. There was no way. So is everybody ready for Christmas? Who has shopping still due? Huh? Who's some shopping? I'm pretty much done. I got to work on Christina's calendar tomorrow or this weekend. That has to happen so it can get to me because usually it's ordered by now and I haven't done it yet. And it's one of the gifts that has to be under the tree. You're not done. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I'm like sitting there. I'm pretty much done. The only gift I really have to do is the one for Christina. I've got to get her calendar done. And that's through Shutterfly. And so that has to be done. And next week we'll get the recipes out for the bean recipe. And I did an extra bonus gift in the video that'll come out tomorrow. So I got to work on some of those to give to a couple people. We're supposed to do a Christmas lighting, but I don't know with the weather the way it is. Remember, it's snowing like this before Christmas. Or this early in the season. I said to my mom was like, we're going to have a real mild winter. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So like I said, this is not going to be a long one. I'm probably going to be on here another about 10 minutes. But we wanted to do the connection thing. But I've got this blanket to do, and I've got a couple things to make sure that are uploaded, and then I think I'm going to go to bed early tonight. I'm hoping for early. But I've got to get this blanket done. It's one of those I got to get done, and I'm lost on where I am. 1, 2, 3, right? I'm trying to see where I am. Didn't tell you could do that crochet hook. It's been a very, very 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. It's first set, second set, so I'm in the third set. I need to know where I was. 6. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. This is what I'm working on. I'm trying if I can lift it up so y'all can see it. Hi, Alfonso. This is what I'm working on. And I'm on the home stretch. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. On the home stretch. That is what I'm working on. It undid itself. How dare it? I am. It's snowing. Is it snowing where you are, Alfonso? It's hard to work with this blanket after because it's gotten so big. It's gotten so big that it's hard. It's hard to move it very much of any kind. But I think after I get done with this, I will upload. I will get the Advent one ready to go. So you guys should have that in the next hour, at least the members, and then it'll be uploaded shortly after that for the everybody else. And then I've got to upload the video for Life in the Piedmont. I don't think I did this right. Funny feeling I made a mistake because it's not looking right. It is not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I got to get the trash out too. I can hear my mom saying, "Where's the trash?" I can hear it. Maybe I did it right. Hold on a second. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? We were expecting snow on Monday. Well, I can send you some. We got it today. Boy, did we get it. Let's see if I got it. If not, I'm going to stop working on it here. I can't really work on it because the yarn is so twisted that it's making it kind of difficult to work on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if I made it and I did it all right. What was it? I like watching Snow Dogs. I remember that's such a good movie. And we'll see. I don't know. But I remember watching that movie at a relative's house, and it was freezing. And I brought it with me. We got it at Blockbuster, right? And I watched it, and I thought, yeah, smart. Watch a movie about snow while you're freezing. Oh, I remember that. I was like, but it's a movie I can watch over and over. Love it. No, 8 Days or something. It is such a good movie. Snow Dogs is a good movie too, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if Mary did it right? 9, 10, and then I'm going to stop after this because I can't get the yarn. The yarn is down there and it's all twisted and it's not going to work. Let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're a crocheter, right? And your family goes, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm counting. We've all been there. If you're a crocheter, you know it. Let's see. The yarn is a mess right now. It is a mess. Let's see. I'll be able to tell without even doing anything. All right. 1, 2, 3. Bump. 1, 2. I did it. I got it right. Yay. I have to redo it again. I got it right. Doop. All right. 1, 2, 3. I got it right. Yay. And then I'm going to stop because the yarn is down there and it is so twisted. I can't even finish this one. I can't even pull it enough. See it? So I got it right, but I'm going to have to undo it because it's not going to work. It's a hard blanket to do here. And it's massive because of the amount of yarn that has to come from it. And it's underneath. What a mess. What a mess. A mess of yarn. And that's what it is. It's all in my foot. Oh boy. What a mess. So anyway, I just can't. I'm trying. I'm a mess. So I'm going to take a moment and it's never expected. It is literally in my feet. I've got it twisted around in my foot. Get over there. It's annoying. It's never expected. It is appreciated to all of our members. And to, let's see, next week, we usually give memberships on the 2nd of the month. So one of the streams next week, we will be gifting memberships, and we will do the next membership we usually do on the 4th week of the month, and we will go ahead and gift the rest of the 5 memberships on Christmas Day. It'll be a little gift from us, so we'll be giving those out. Let's just take a moment and thank all of our members. We guys are so appreciative for each and every one of you. Channel members just help us bring you some additional content, and we're so grateful for the support. And it's just a fun thing to play. So let's go ahead and play this for a moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So that is that. And if you've got a cookie recipe, we want it, guys. So anyway, just so you know, so be on the lookout next week. We'll be probably on Monday. We'll go ahead and gift those 5 memberships. On Christmas Day, we will go ahead and do the other 5 memberships that they allow the channel to give out each month. They allow 10. So we'll go ahead and do that next month or at the end of the month. Just thought that would be nice to do for Christmas Day. And who knows, you may get a surprise because we may throw in something else. Who knows? We may decide to do some ourselves as well. So, we may throw a couple memberships out just over the month of December, just from Blessed to Crochet, because we're so grateful for everybody's support. It means a tremendous amount, and we are so grateful for it. So be on the lookout for that. You never know. You never know what's going to happen, right? So we may throw a membership here and there. So be on the lookout for it, right? So again, I'm just, it's never expected. It's appreciated, but you guys are rock stars. Each and every one of you are. If you've submitted a cookie recipe, hi Vixen, how are you, hon? If you've submitted a cookie recipe, and go ahead and just go to the cookie. That's okay. We're doing this every day in December. If you haven't seen the thing, we're doing it every day. Every day there's a live. Every day there's a live because we want people to stay connected. And like I said, I wasn't going to be on too long tonight because we had stuff that it's got to get done. But I cannot get this to stay where I want it to. It is not cooperating with me. But anyway, it's why we're doing it every day. We know that this time can be difficult for people. We understand that, and we want everyone to feel like they have a place to come and connect with. I know we're not doing anything exciting or groundbreaking, guys, but we are doing something that's groundbreaking. We are connecting. We're making sure that you're tuned in to something like that. If we realize that something does happen in the brain when we connect, it gets us grounded. It lifts our spirits. I think that I can say now we're 5 days into this, doing this connection every day. And just as a side note, I could not do this every day. I do not know how Tommy does it every day. I could not do this every day. I can't. There's no way. I couldn't do it every day. I'm doing it, and we are doing it for December because we so much want you all to have that connection place happening. We know that December can be the hardest for people. And so we want to make sure we open the doors for that to happen. But I just want to remind each and every one of you, you may think, oh, well, they're not, she's just sitting there. There's not much happening, but there is. There's chemicals being released in your brain when you're connecting. And I can say that I'm a little bit happier this year around. having all these connections. I look forward to coming on with you guys, every time, once a day during Christmas. I enjoy it when we come, not every day, but I enjoy it when we come live and do this whole live thing a couple times a week. I totally enjoy it. I wish I could do a live every day, um, throughout the month, every day. I know I physically can't on an extended period of time. I just can't. But I enjoy it when I do, and I feel better. I do feel better. Give me a minute. My computer. I have to ask my son-in-law something because I'm thinking about doing something that's not too it's not too expensive, and whether it's worth it to even to look into doing or getting. Just waiting for the screen to decide that it wants to cooperate with me. It's going round and round and round and round and round and round and round. So anyway, but it does help, and it does make a difference. You may not think it does, but it does. And, I just remember that time when Tommy says nothing you're not going to get anything in that corner. And you're not going to get anything in that corner. You're going to get connection when you come in and participate. And I was even saying in, what is it? In my Other's Keepers live today, I was saying to her, I said, if people are coming in the chat and they are saying hello, there's people lurking in chats all the time. Speak up and say hello. If you're coming in the lifeboat, if you're coming in here and you say hello, I guarantee you're going to have people that are going to come in and they're going to say hello right back at you. You will find the friendliest people in these chats, and you come in and people, family, and they become like a family. I remembered when we went to Danville, and I did that whole thing very recently. Guys, I felt y'all behind me. I felt like I wasn't standing there by myself. I had my daughter. My husband was there in spirit because he wasn't feeling well that day. I had all of you. I had everybody in Risa's channel there kind of having my back. I wasn't trying to do this right on my own and by myself. You all had my back, and I felt it so much. And again, I really wish that I could turn on this and come on live every day. I know I can't. I'm loving doing this, and I'm glad I'm going to do it. Hi, Jackie. I'm glad I'm doing this because it gets you all connected, and I'm thrilled, and I'm doing this because I love it. It's a way of giving back. But I know physically, I'm like, I know I can't do this every day on an ongoing basis. I don't know how Tommy does it every day. I don't know how he does it. And I think it has a lot to do with if you're struggling with a chronic illness, which is fibromyalgia for me, that does affect it. I think of my dad, because he was just like this Energizer bunny, literally this Energizer bunny kind of person where he just kept going, going, going. And I'm like, the energy level that I have is nowhere near that. I mean, he would go from morning till night and then crash. I don't know how he did it. I'm like, I don't have the same energy level. And my daughter and my son-in-law are kind of the same way. Her energy level is different than what his energy level is. and he can go in a way she can't. And I think it all affects that. And I think that that would be a nice topic to talk about how to, looking into, and I'm talking about physical energy level, and it's something to think about talking about next year. Um, we can talk about that, and maybe doing a little bit of a topic on that, understanding. I'm not talking about spiritual energy, I'm talking about physical, because that is something to think about, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody. Your energy levels are different because you are different individuals. So making sure that you understand, um, that if your energy level is here and somebody else's energy level is here, it's easy to say, well, just do this. Well, if they need to have a nap in the middle of the afternoon, or if they can't push to go do whatever it is, you shouldn't be forcing them to go do that. Um, you have to sit back and say, okay, where's your energy? I have to be respectful that I may have more energy than you. And it's not a character flaw at all. It's just the way you're designed. And I've had that even before I had fibromyalgia, where my energy level was just nowhere near. Um, I mean, my dad could run circles. And even my aunt with cancer, I mean, she came here and she took a nap and she rested it, but there was times I just this, and it's a different kind of thing. And so we have to learn how to realize that this is where my energy level is physically, this is where you are. And just because you don't match doesn't mean that there should be, any criticism of that. You have to be willing to understand going into anything, that the energy level is going to be different, and it's okay. You're not broken. It's just a different energy level. So I said to myself today, I didn't really want to, lay down and have a half an hour nap, but I made myself do that, and I set my timer for a half an hour. So I thought, I'm going to fall asleep if I don't. I need that nap. I need that rest. And I didn't, and not feeling guilty about it. I think sometimes we tend to feel guilty when we self-care for ourselves, and we should not. I think it's so important that we listen to our body, especially if you are dealing with a chronic illness. Listen to your body. Listen to it as the holidays are progressing, paying attention. We're doing more. Even if we're not doing stuff for channel, guys, we're doing more. We're doing maybe more cooking. We're doing more, shopping. We're doing more connecting. We're doing more family gatherings and going to different parties and so forth. So you really have to listen to your body and say, I have to say, guess what? I have to listen over here, because if I don't, you're going to wear yourself down. And so I'm going to really encourage you to listen to your body. And you know what? If we don't tell the people that we're surrounding with, you know what? I've pushed myself a little bit too much and I need to pull back tonight. And I love to go to this, event, but I just can't. If they don't understand that, then that's, you don't have to explain yourself. Try to do your best to explain yourself. You don't have to sit there going into detail. And if they don't understand it, guess what? It's okay. They don't have to. They don't have to understand it. They are not in your body. They're not walking in your shoes. They don't have to understand it. You can do your best to explain it. Do not feel guilty that you are not explaining it. You know what I mean? To their expectations and to their level. If they're not going to take the time to understand it, then don't spend the time explaining it. Do the best you can. like it or not, this is where I am, and I'm going to self-care for myself. And you have to be willing to stick up for yourself first and let all the dices fly, And that's why I said when we got into the Christmas connection, I said, guys, there may be sometimes we do it from my bed because that's where my level is. And there may not be a fancy background or Elvis the mascot over here, the snowman, but we're going to do it. We're still going to connect, but we're going to do it how I need to do it. And putting up those boundaries, need to happen. And I think for Christmas, we need to make sure we're doing that and making sure we're standing up for that. So that's my little 2 cents. That's my little 2 cents. So, just a couple housekeeping things to go over. Members, you have a members only video that came out yesterday, and you will have one on Saturday. So go check that out. It's just a little way of saying thank you. We don't do a ton of members only. We're just going to be doing that probably every Christmas, just as a little way of saying thank you. Tomorrow, there will be a video that you guys, I hope, will watch because it's adorable if you're looking for just a kooky gift. It's just too dang on cute. I use that in the video because it really is. That's coming out tomorrow. It's at Life at the Piedmont. It's a collaboration she's doing. I will get that playlist up of all the videos, and I will start sharing them on my timeline. So on our community post. So be on the lookout for that. And then the bean recipe, we're going to be doing that next week. And we will go ahead and do a PDF of that. That will be in the merch store for like $2 or $3 or something like that. If you guys just want the easy recipe to download and then use it. We will have one with holiday connection soup title and one without the title. And then if you all want to make up your own title, you can. Then I'm trying to think. Oh, we're doing this. So I'm going to get off, and this is the next thing I'm going to get up for everybody. Day 5 of the Celebrate Advent Journal. So we'll get that up and running. I went out and stood in the snow for about 3 minutes and actually I sat on the bench for a moment and filmed that. So we'll be doing that up and running. I'm trying to think. If we can, we're going to try to go to Kingwood Center this month. It's just all going to depend on the weather. Trying to think what else. Oh, I think one of the Christmas connections we're going to do, I've got to stop by Dollar Tree, and they have wooden ornaments, and we'll do a paint pour on some wooden ornaments. And that would also make a great gift. So we'll do that next week sometime for one of the Christmas connections. And trying to think. Trying to think. Oh, we'll have a recipe that my mother does every year is noodle pudding. And we call it noodle pudding. It's a long name. It's not noodle pudding, but it's delicious. So when we do that, we'll film that and put that up for you all. Trying to think. I think either Christmas Day or somewhere around there's a brownie recipe we have. I'm not going to put that in with the cookie recipes, but there's a brownie recipe I have. Guys, these brownies are so good. And I will probably be uploading that. Some of the reason we're putting some of the recipes too on our channel is eventually way down the road, these recipes that I've grown up with and that Christina loves and so forth will be there for my grandchildren one day to go back and go, let me see how Grandma or Yaya made whatever. And those recipes would be there for, everybody to see. And so that's really exciting to be able to see. So we'll be doing that. So you guys got some things to look forward to. And there's an adorable short coming out tomorrow. We got Mocha to do this little doll that was on the floor. You'll have to see it, but I called it the Peppermint Twist because that's the song that the thing was singing. So Mocha was doing the Peppermint Twist. You'll have to watch it. It is adorable. I couldn't use. We had to mute the video because I didn't want to strike against it and use the stuff from YouTube. So that's up. So we've got some things happening. For sure. Trying to think. Oh, there's a house that is on our way to church. And it is absolutely beautifully done. And I thought maybe one of the days that it's night and it's not snowing like it is, then we'll go down and see that. Maybe we'll go around and see some of the lights or what have you. So, we'll try to do that. And then maybe one night, I know I have all the live scheduled for 7 p.m., but I thought maybe we'll do a late night live after everybody kind of goes to bed, and I'll set it up and we'll do it by the Christmas tree. So maybe when it gets closer to Christmas, you guys, I'll show off our Christmas tree, and we'll do a live out there and let you all have that connection and see our tree and so forth. Nothing fancy, but we can go ahead and show you the Christmas tree, and we'll try to do that. And I have a soup recipe that I'm going to put out too. And it's a really simple soup, but man, it was absolutely delicious. It was literally throw whatever I have in my pantry. That's what we did. And we just threw it together and it was deliciously done. So it's simple. You just throw it in the crock pot. It was better than my mother likes Italian wedding soup. And this was, I'm telling you, even better than that. It was absolutely delicious. So we've got some things going. So if you haven't subscribed to us, what you waiting for? We're a bunch of fun. Believe me, we're a bunch of fun and we enjoy it. And like I said, guys, I can do this for a short period of time every day. I couldn't do it every day. And, we're still going to do lives. That's not going to stop because the connection is so important. And I hope more people will come in. I know that we got monetized and I understand that. But this channel is still small. And we were kind of talking a little bit tonight because like the lifeboat is so big and it's hard to connect with Tommy at times because the channel is so big. But realize that, again, no matter how big we get, even though you come in and you want, of course, the person that's on the other side to acknowledge you. I get all that. But the important thing that's happening is in the chat. So no matter how big we get, I don't want you ever all to forget the importance that's happening within the chat itself. There are connections being made within that chat and people that are making friendships and building friendships. So I hope that I know right now I try very hard not to go live with the lifeboat, but like tonight we were on my other's keeper, so it was a little bit late. But I hope more people will come in and realize that the lifeboat is the hub part of it. There's a lot of channels, even in Kim and I were talking about this, because like the village is a channel and not everybody came from the lifeboat. But like I said to her, I wouldn't have met you without the lifeboat. I wouldn't have met Sandy Wendy without the lifeboat. I wouldn't have met Kristen without the lifeboat. Some of those people are participating in the village channel. And I said, and she said, that's very true. That the lifeboat's the hub, and we all kind of get together and we connect there. But don't forget the amazing ripples and the other channels that are doing connection that come in, especially this time of year, throughout the year. But when you come into a channel like ours, you're going to pop in and say, I know Sandy Wendy. I know Vixen. I know some other people that I see in the chat. And you're coming in to like a fat family gathering or a friend's house. You're coming in going, I know her and I know this person, that person. You're not coming into people that you don't know. You're seeing names. There's no faces. You're seeing names that you see all the time. And that to me is like kind of like the old saying with what's his name? I can't think of what his name. Cheers. Yeah, everybody kind of knows my name. Everybody, you're coming in and everybody kind of knows your name, and they know who you are, and there's Blessed to Crochet, and there's Sandy Wendy, and there's Kristen, and you know each other. So hi, the village. We were talking about you. Your ears must have been burning, Misha. Hey y'all, I can't stay, but wanted to say hello and apologize for not stopping by earlier when Kim was here. I just got off a live stream with mental health matters. My bottom is not from. I love it, Misha. I love it. Like I said to her the other day, I'm thrilled to death that you are. I just see the excitement in your voice. I just love it. I love hearing it. Love it, love it, love it. So happy to see it. Look at all these great people, right? So many people that I have grown to really care about. And I am so, so blessed to have all of you as friends. I'm so, so glad. And I guarantee you come into a chat, you will see it. You see people. So come in. I promise you, we won't bite. My other's keeper was here. Great channel. Hi, Seventh. How are ya? Here you go. Here's just for you. There you go. There you go. That's just for Seventh. So anyway, don't sit if you're lurking. Say hi. I can guarantee you it will be the one word that will be life changing. Say hi. Say hello. Say hello. You'll have people that will welcome you. I guarantee it. And so grateful for everyone. And I think I'm going to play this just as a reminder. I think that it's important to remember this. And then I'm going to get off because I've got to get the trash out, and I've got to finish these blankets before I go to bed. This is a reminder for people, especially this time of year. This was back in February, and I play this clip from time to time because I want people to remember this. And nobody needs to suffer in silence. And I was going through a difficult time, and I said to myself, I had my coffee because was in a difficult time, and I had a difficult night before, and I woke up and I thought, no, I didn't even want to go in the lifeboat. I thought, I'll go ahead and make a comment and say hello. And then I was crying in my coffee. And I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything else. And I ended up saying, well, I'll say this comment. And, but Tommy probably won't see it. And he did. And he said this, and I want you all, if you feel like you need to record this, especially for this time of year, and insert your name in this. And as we're going through all of the things and this time of year, keep connected. Why? Because nothing happens in the corner. And he was right. And it was the day of the eclipse. And I went out after the lifeboat and I got on the live and I started talking to my friends. And then before you know it, the eclipse happened and we sat outside and I got on the live again and I showed people the eclipse. And by the end of the evening, I felt better. Why? Because I had connected. I spoke up. I said hello. And somebody noticed. And if it hadn't been Tommy, somebody else in the chat would have noticed. So I know that, the lifeboat is a big channel. I get it. And I understand that. And sometimes you go in there and you feel a little lost. And I understand that. But if Tommy, for some reason, doesn't see the comments because they're whizzing by, don't forget that other people in the chat will see it. They'll see if you're struggling and they're there to help so that you don't have to suffer in silence. So I just remember that when I'm going through a struggle and I think, Mary, nothing happens in that corner. And this was a life-changing little thing. And I say, you know what? He gave me a little boost that day. He gave me a loving kick in the butt because I needed it. I needed to hear somebody say that to me because I needed to remind myself that this was not going to work sticking in the corner, right? So I'm going to play this for you. And if you need to record it, screenshot it so that if you need that this time of the year to remember to come in and be connected, you can do it. Just go ahead and insert your name.
I am trying so hard not going into a hole of negative about myself. It is so hard, or beating myself up for who I am. Hiding in a corner is easier. Nonsense. Well, easier, yes, but there's absolutely nothing that you're going to get in that corner. That's the problem. It's way easier to hide in a corner. There's no question, right? However, if you're hiding in the corner, all of life is passing you by that you're not interacting, right? We know, Mary Jones, that connection, right, is the cure for everything. You've experienced this, right? So if you're hiding in the corner, you're not connecting. Mary Jones, you're sorry to dump at the lifeboat? That's it. You're getting chastised. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice, but you're getting chastised. Mary, we come here to dump. That is what the lifeboat is. This is where you come so that you don't suffer in silence. You're not allowed to apologize for dumping at the lifeboat. That's just silly. I love you, by the way, but you're not allowed to apologize for that.
So, Tommy, thank you for that. I have kept that, and every once in a while I need to play it for myself. But if anybody over the next, it's why we're doing this Christmas connection, guys. And Christina, I love you right back. And I'm glad you had fun in the snow. But remember that if you need to come in here and you are going through whatever you're going through a difficult time, and you think, I don't want to bring down the chat. That's what we're here for. We're here so that if you need to dump, if you're going through a difficult time, this is the place to do it. Right? Like I said to Kim, we had a discussion on Tuesday with a panel about healing. Well, you know what? Tonight we need a lighthearted discussion about cooking, fudge and play in the snow. I love it. And if you haven't subscribed to Christy's Cosplay, which is my daughter, go ahead and subscribe to her wonderful channel. I did put her link up. But if you're going through whatever time you're going through, she works with horses. Or if there's a horse, go hug it with I love it. You know, if you're going through a difficult time, that's why we're doing this. This is a time where, it gets darker sooner. There may not be as much sunshine out, right? And go ahead, good doggy. There's Mr. Blessed to Crochet, right? If you need to, we know that we've got that. Maybe you've lost a loved one during this time. Maybe you're in the process of losing a loved one. Maybe you can't be with your family. There's all different kind of factors that lead into people being more depressed and struggling, and we don't need to struggle in silence. We're here to, if you're going through a difficult time, if you're going through a difficult time, hug a horse, like Christina's saying. But if you're going through a difficult time, that's why I want people to remember, never ever say, I'm so sorry for dumping in here. I will sit there and say, dump. If you're going through a difficult time, as long as you're coming in and being respectful, as long as you're coming in and being respectful to other people and so forth, and we're not bashing anybody or any other content creator, I'm all for it. Come in here and do what you need to do. Whatever you are going through, we can help. The chat can help. And there may be a time when we get down the road when you may say, you know what, Mary, you've missed somebody coming in, or yes, I will call you, Christina, I promise. Whatever it is, there may be a time where you just need, and I lost my train of thought for a minute there. Whenever I was talking about one, woo, whatever it is, we're here so that we don't have to suffer in silence. Nothing's going to happen in that corner, guys. I swear. You're going to hide in the corner and pretend you don't exist. Nothing's going to happen. But again, there may be a time, I get back to where I was saying, where the chat may be fine. You say, we've missed this person coming in the chat or that person coming in the chat. And I'm going to continually say to each and every one of you, the magic does not happen behind the camera. It happens in the chat. There will be people that you are going to see that are going to come in, and they are going to become friends of yours. You were the cause of the squirrel moment. They're going to be friends of yours. They will become friends of yours, and they can be part of your 5. And I'm all for having a 5, but I'm also having, even more than a 5. Grow that for as big as you need it, right? And build those friendships and those connections. They are so, so, so important. I just can't express that enough. If anybody comes in and says, well, I'm sorry to bring down the chat. No, if you're going through a difficult time, please, just like Tommy said, that's why the lifeboat's there, so you can dump if you're having a difficult time. Well, it's the same thing here. That's why we're doing this Christmas connection every day, so that when people need a place to come in and say, you know what, I've had a really difficult day, you've got a safe place to come and talk. Because my mods are not going to put up with anybody coming in that's going to be rude or unpleasurable, and I'm not going to put up with it. I won't have it. This needs to be and has to continue to be a safe place, no matter how small or big we get. It has to be. Mocha is fine. I think my daughter wants me to call her. Oh, we'll have to do a Christmas thing. Have you put up your Christmas tree yet, Christina? Or were you too busy throwing snowballs at each other today, you and Jared? We'll have to see. I'll wait. And then, guys, I'm going to get off here because it's almost 10 o'clock and I got to get them things done. Is she? No, she was curled up, but she didn't want anything to do with outside. She plays in the snow for about 4 or 5 minutes, a couple minutes, and oh, you put up your tree yesterday, and then she's like, "Get me back in the house because it's cold." So she curled up on the couch with me, and we crocheted for a while today. So anyway, you got the pet camera. Ask me, Mom, to show her off, right? You need your ornament slates. Do you have them there, or we have them? You'll have to. Maybe they're downstairs. You'll have to be on the hunt for them. At least your tree is up. She helped us with our tree the other day. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I'm going to get out of here because I got things to do and I don't want to be up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing them, unlike last night. So everyone, stay connected. It is so, 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 so important. Remember, we've got you covered. This is the place if you need to come in and dump. We need to dump, right? And remember, stay connected. We've got you covered. You've got us. Thank you for having us covered, right? And remember, be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. Love you all. Thanks for hanging up. And day 5 is in the can. Be on the lookout for day 5 on Advent. I'm going to go do that in just a moment after Christina tells us whatever she needs to tell us. And I get the trash out. And I will talk to you all later. I'm proud of you too, honey. Have a great day, everybody. Great night wherever you are. And we will talk to you all later. See you for Christmas Connection Day 6 tomorrow. Love you all. Have a great night. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.